Overhead.
Copy that. UAV counter, UAV destroyed.
Hello everyone, Chance here. Just wanted to do a little discussion with you guys. I'm starting to get back into the groove of making videos. I got a lot of content saved up, a lot of shit that I'm kind of working with. I also have probably like fucking 50 videos that I've already created, but I for some reason never post them. I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna fucking create this content, edit it. I put hours of editing into each video, trying to do something different, creative, and I just, in the long run, after it's already rendered and finished, I'm like, I won't post that. And I have like an entire hard drive full of just that kind of shit, which is hilarious. But I want to get back into the whole YouTube thing. I have some content that I want to get out to you guys, and I wanted to know, do you guys want to see more Airsoft? My channel originally, I would say, back in 2012 to 2014, it was gaming. And I had my channel up to about 2,000 subscribers just from gaming related content, primarily Call of Duty, but just all sorts of different stuff. I'd play just about every game. I had probably 20 to 30 different games played on this channel. Ended up having a bunch of copyright stuff go wrong because I had tags in my description, because at the time a lot of content creators were putting extra tags in the description, and that was helping get a little more views. And when you're upping and coming, you know, you're trying to do whatever you can to get more eyes on. I didn't know that was against YouTube's terms and services. I ended up having like 250 videos taken down. So my channel got diluted a lot from my early on content, but it was primarily Call of Duty content that I used to make. And I'd play a whole bunch of different games. But I started posting Airsoft. My channel started to get fairly big, at least in the Airsoft community. I was one of the larger channels in the United States that had Airsoft content. I had an ICS sponsorship. I have a Fox Airsoft sponsorship. I was having a whole bunch of different companies reach out to me, want me to promote their new product or test it and do reviews on it. And a lot of people seemed to like my reviews, not because they were super well done or they were just this amazing product. It was because I kept it real. I told, I guess, the viewer, like, cut and dry, if it fucking sucked or if it was good and if it was worth the buy. And I kept it straight. I had so many guns sent to me, and guns that were $500+ and the hottest new item. And if I would have just lied about it, I probably could have got even more free guns. But I keep it real and I say, no, I don't like this gun, doesn't fit my playstyle, doesn't fit this, I don't like this about it. And then I would talk about what I liked. And some of them would sell a bunch if I said something good, or some of them wouldn't. For example, I praised at the time the ICS Transform 4 gun, and I sold probably 40 to 50 of those that I know of that I sold. God knows how many I sold without me knowing, of course, because I'm not there in everyone's checkout online when they're buying them. But I actually have like 40 to 50 different people confirming with me, either in person or online, that they bought it, thanks for the review, they love it, and they're pretty much giving me their review. But long story short, my channel got up to, at the time, I think it was almost 23,000 subscribers. My channel since then, since I don't post anymore, has just been losing subscribers every month. And it's my fault. I had a good thing going. My last month of constant activity, I had about, I think it was like 2,800 subscribers that month, if I remember correctly, which is the most I've ever had in a month. I was starting to be fairly well known. There was the biggest names in the game were subscribed to my channel. I had constant big YouTubers reaching out to me, trying to get video ideas, wanting to collaborate with me. I also got offers to travel around the country, to do some big events, even to be a spokesperson for ICS as an English spokesperson. Since they're based out of Taiwan, they wanted me to do the English, I guess, translation, or however you would explain it, to the Americans at SHOT Show. And they wanted me to demonstrate the new guns that are coming out and their new products and things like that, since all their customers, or all their employees, I should say, sorry, are based out of Taiwan. And they want me to do all the spokesperson stuff for them here in the US. So I had a lot of great things going for me, and I let it die out, mainly because I just got burnt out on Airsoft, to be honest. Now that I've had a lot of time to reflect on it, many years now, I still love Airsoft. I think it's a lot of fucking fun. I had a great time doing it. It's just, it got so boring, to be honest, for me, because there's nothing for it. Like, there's nothing for me to gain from it. I love competitiveness. I love being competitive. I love teamwork and camaraderie, and that's why I liked Airsoft. But Airsoft is honestly not competitive. When you go to these big events, it's usually force on force. Here's 300 players versus 300 players, and here's a bunch of objectives, and it's considered a military simulation. And more power to you if you like milsim. You know, that's fucking awesome. That's a huge reason why people like Airsoft, is because it's very realistic in terms of the gear and the gun replicas. For me, I like the realism, but also I like to compete. I want to do, honestly, I don't even care the size of the team shit, but I want to feel like it's more force on force, like with a team. Not this gigantic battalion versus another gigantic battalion, and it doesn't really matter who wins or loses. I mean, I want to do like actual competitive shit. I want to do a tournament. I want to do 5 guys versus 5 guys in this particular game mode set that lasts 10 minutes, and it's a fucking tournament and it's a bracket. That's the kind of shit I want to do, because that's competitive. That would make me excel better as a player. It would make me perform better and to work towards something. But in Airsoft, you know, you show up to the field every week and you have the same people there, and not to knock everybody, but there's not a whole lot of killer athletes in the Airsoft community where I'm at. And even when I go travel, you know, you run into a couple of good players, but primarily the 30 or 40 there that are at the field that day aren't very good. You got a lot of kids, you got a lot of dads renting guns, and it's still fun as fuck, but I mean, after a minute, it only can be so fun shooting someone in the ass with a BB. And it gets to the point where I'm like, fuck, dude, I want to treat this like a sport, and I am athletic. I'm, not to toot my own horn, I am good at Airsoft. I have good weapon manipulation. I know how to shoot off both sides of my body. I know how to pie corners really well, and I'm a good shot. Like, I just naturally have a good mind for a strategic gunfight scenario that's in a game mode state. And it just got super fucking boring for me, because for years of just doing that, I'm like, God, man, I just wish there was more for me in Airsoft. I want it to be more competitive. I want to have more people in the community reaching out. I want to have bigger things going on, and I want it to be more like smaller team-based shit. I want it to be like a bracket, dude. I want to feel like my team that I have of like 5 or 6 guys, our actual team we make in Airsoft, can go fight against other teams. But it turns out that that doesn't really exist like almost anywhere. And that's the main reason why I got out of Airsoft. You know, at the time, I wasn't having no competitiveness, so I started just getting into filmmaking. Like, what helped me a lot playing Airsoft was, all right, I'm going to try to go for this huge kill streak. I'm going to try to pop off and do something really cool here, or something just for camera, because it'll look good on camera. And I wanted to get content made. But then it got to the point where if I had a camera die, I wouldn't even want to play Airsoft, because I didn't see the point in playing if I didn't have it on camera. If I was fucking not doing well that day, or if I wasn't, I guess, performing to the expectations I wanted that day, I would just be so stressed out that I'm like, fuck, this is really annoying. I don't want to waste my time playing this. Which is silly, because I love Airsoft. I loved what it was about. But I mean, like I said, I am a competitive person. I am an athlete. I want to compete. And I just don't know what else to do. You know, like, my next best bet is honestly to go to paintball and try to do speedball. And the only reason I don't want to do that is because I don't know nothing about paintball, and it's extremely expensive compared to Airsoft. And also, there's this big rivalry with Airsoft versus paintball, and I love Airsoft, and I don't really want to make that jump. You know what I'm saying? But if Airsoft had a community where it was like, here, this team is going to play this team's going to play this team, and it's like a double elimination tournament, and it's actually a tournament, and there's prizes, and you know what I mean? You could be well known in your community for playing. Maybe if there was even a database and you can register players on this database and your team, and it will keep a rank, a national rank next to you, just how they do with slow pitch softball and the USSSA websites, or baseball on those smaller high school rankings. Like, this is all stuff that's easily traceable and can be managed. And I know that's far-fetched for Airsoft, but if this was something there, I really do think more people would play. It's just not a lot of people want to get into something when it's just kind of like a recreational hobby occasionally. It's like, a lot of people really do like any sort of sport. Even if it's bowling, if it's pool, they don't like to just go bowl or play pool. They like to do leagues. They like to do tournaments. They want to compete. Even if it's something as simple as just hitting a ball with a pool cue. You know, it's like you want to compete. So I just kind of wanted to make this video, kind of just talk about where I'm at with my channel. see if you guys want me to get more Airsoft content going for you, but I also wanted to open up to you more so many years later and just tell you how I feel about Airsoft and why I essentially just kind of stopped with the content, you know what I mean? But hopefully, maybe someday, this shit will actually hit a point where there will be a huge market for competitiveness in Airsoft, and I'll be right fucking there wanting to get some content out for you and also just fucking compete. So, hope you guys enjoy the video. Let me know your thoughts. See ya.